Hey friends, happy Friday morning. It is going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. As you can tell, I'm getting a later start than normal, and it's 16 degrees on the wind chill, hence the reason I thought I would just talk in here. But I wanted to share something that was on my heart this morning, something that I hope blesses you as much as it did me. Now, normally I would have gotten the long run in that I need before the ultra that I have coming up on the 30th a week ago, but I kept presuming that I would be able to do it. I said last weekend, I will do this, and I said it the weekend before, I will do this. But as I shared with you, I took a couple falls, and it's because I had gotten into a pattern after having shingles, of a step and a shuffle, and it did not fare well, and I was trying to get back on it. But my point is this, is that with all arrogance, I kept assuming that I would be able to get it done, and that's why my Bible study was so convicting this morning, and I really want to share it with you. And I want to remind you, in Hebrews 12:11, we're told that no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but afterward provides a harvest of righteousness for those who have been trained by it. And this is a deal with a discipline, right? God chastens us to get us back on track. And any discipline, if you're a baseball player or if you're a musician, if you're, whatever it is, you have to practice that discipline in order to make it secondary, that you just automatically, your fingers go on the keys, or whatever. And when you get out of practice, we know what that does. But I had gotten out of the practice of saying, if the Lord wills, I will do this or that. And I was very arrogant, saying, I will do this and that. And boy, the little bit of chastening will get you back on track. And I'm thankful for God's chastening. God disciplines us because we are his children, and we should glory in that. So today I say, if God wills, I will finish up this 20 miler. But I wanted to share in James 4 what God says about that. James says in James 4 verses 13 through 16, come now, you who say today or tomorrow, we will go to such and such a city, spend a year there, buy and sell and make a profit. Whereas you do not know what will happen tomorrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor that appears for a little time and then vanishes away. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we shall live and do this or that. But now you boast in your arrogance. All such boasting is evil. So guys, this is the deal. When we say, come now, you who say, we will go to such and such a city, when we say we will, that's total arrogance. We fail to acknowledge that God is in charge of everything. God is sovereign over everything. He's a sovereign over our today, our tomorrow, our comings and our goings, everything. I was reading in Spurgeon this morning, and Spurgeon said that it's just a kind of a miracle that man is even alive at all because of the vapor that life is, and how you can just with a single, like you can choke on a grape, or would it fall down a flight of stairs and boom, it's done. But yet in our arrogance, we continue to say we will do this and that. But what we should say is, instead we ought to say, if the Lord wills, we shall live and do this or that. This acknowledges that God is in control of all things, and reminds us that we are not. So guys, I really, really hope that blesses you. If God willing, I'm going to step out of his car and I'm going to run on my last 20 miles. But I really, really hope that blesses you. It is going to be a great day.